Okay, now in this lecture we are going to add a button, which is going to be like aligned almost at the bottom. And it's going to have a text of "I want more!" exclamation mark. Okay, so go back to our design view, go to widgets, widgets 1, widgets folder, and drag our button view almost at the bottom, like this one. Now what we want to do is to change our button text. And we actually going to go to resources and create a new string resource. And our new string resource is going to be like we need to actually name it something we actually could refer to it to this resource, to this button name in the later lectures, in the later steps in our application development process. And for this resource name, we are going to type in button text, and resource value is going to be "I want more." Yay! And exclamation mark at the end, and we make that with a caps lock, because caps locks are awesome. Okay, press OK, and we have our "I want more" button. The next thing what we want to do is, as you can see, it is across the actual screen, and we select our button and we press this set layout width to match parent. And what the match parent means is we in Android we have two different selections for the width and the height, which is match parent or fill parent. These ones are the same, and wrap content. Match parent is basically matching the parent of the actual parent of the layout, which in our case is, as you can see here, button's parent is a relative layout, and a relative layout is this, and we setting with a match parent to be our button to be across the relative layout as the width, excuse me. Okay, and what the wrap content means, if we select wrap content, it basically means it's going to wrap our content. Okay, whether the size is going to be inside the button actual text, if we want to write I want more and more and more and more, and we set this to wrap content, and it's going to be it's going to set the width as our button text is going to be bigger and bigger. In our case, we want to make it as a match parent. And the final thing I want to mention and want to show you is a really important thing I haven't mentioned in the previous lectures, is an actual ID. And if we go to our text view or our button, these two ones, if we go to our text view, like in here, go to a text tab, you can see Android ID @+ID text view. @+ID is just a prefix, which means we are creating a new ID for this text view, and it has the name of text view. And what is ID? And basically ID is something we are going to reference in our Java code. Okay, we are going to reference it in Java code to make it to generate this text automatically or randomly from the code, from the Java code. And we want to change this, we want to customize this text view if we want to customize this text view in our Java, in our logic, we are going to do this via ID. And what I want to mention one more thing, which is we need to actually change our ID name to something meaningful. So go back to our design view, select our, what just happened? I don't know. Just select your text view, go to properties panel, go to ID and name it to fact TV or fact text view, whatever you want. Go to button and do the same thing for it. Fact button, fact B or whatever you can name fact button. In my case, I'm going to do this fact button. Okay, so the final thing I want to do, yeah, okay, so we have our button, we have our text view, and in the next lecture we are going to create some colors, create some paddings. We are going to make our view, our app beautiful, and I will see you in the next lecture.